What's up, y'all? It's Ty. In this video today, we're going to be going over talking about where the auction house is currently at right now in NBA 2K25 MyTEAM, and if it's a good time to buy or sell in the game. And obviously, again, I feel like every Tuesday is the main day. If they continue these super packs, I'm telling you right now, Tuesday is going to be the main day to, snipe cards, right? And I know like Diamond Dyson Daniels was obviously a really affordable card, obviously then. And there's a long list of cards that on Tuesday were super cheap that have now went way up in price. So there's obviously a long list of those type of cards. But I'm still going to be talking about how you guys can take advantage of where the market is currently at right now. I don't think it's super cheap. However, I'm not saying it's super expensive. If you grind this game for an hour, you can go get Diamond Dyson Daniels, maybe even find one that is slightly badged up, right? Dyson base going for 13,000 coins, which I don't think is super expensive. But I will say this, outside of 100 overalls and outside of, the dark matters of the game, I don't think that this, market is in a bad position, right? Dark matters, still insanely expensive. 100 overalls are literally out of the question. But if you're looking, to build your squad with pink diamonds, well, guess what? You absolutely can do that. Ron Artest, 5,000 coins. You're looking at Alex Sarr, super cheap as well. Doug Christie, 5,000 coins. Julian Strawther, 5,000 coins. I'm just going to be listing a bunch of guys that I see. Casey Wallace, point guard position, can play 5,000 coins. And even if you want to level up, well, guess what? Guys like Pink Diamond Paul George, he's a buyout. Souped up Dr. J, relatively inexpensive as well. And so these are the things that you guys can go and take advantage of. Like I said, Paul George just expired for 50,000 coins. That is crazy to me, guys. Like Pink Diamond Paul George is absolutely elite in this game. And like I said, always try to find one with a couple of extra Hall of Famers. Like this one has a couple of extra Hall of Famers. It has to be some good Hall of Famers because every single Hall of Fame badge that Paul George has is good. And guess what? You don't have to spend too much more MT getting him. Dr. J, another prime example of a card that is absolutely incredibly good on this game that you can get for barely over 100,000 coins on this game. Again, the list goes on and on of these incredibly good cards that you guys can get without going broke. Wemby looks like his price is slowly going down because there are just so many up right now. It's one of the things in my team that has just made the game way more enjoyable, right? Like if you're looking for a way to make the game more enjoyable, this is it. Even a guy like Pete Diamond, Zach LaVine, a lot of guys ask me, Ty, who's your best budget point guard in the game? It's not particularly close. It's Zach LaVine. And, has the market went down a little bit over the course of the last couple of days? Maybe. But overall, I feel like for the last little bit, guys, last couple of weeks, the market's been in a buyer's position. Now, again, whether you want to spend that MT or not, that's totally up to you. But I can tell you right now, I really do not mind where the market is at. And you can build an incredibly good squad for dirt cheap. And the way I'd approach it is just slowly level up your squad. It's what I'm personally doing, right? I started with the pink diamond Zach LaVine. Then I saw an opal Zach LaVine that was souped in the way I wanted. I upgraded him. Same thing with, the Michael Beasley of the world. Same thing with, the LeBron James of the world. Eventually, I do want to upgrade my LeBron, or maybe buy LeBron James back. But it all comes back to you just got to take advantage of where the auction house is at. That's really what it comes down to. Now again, these cards can be somewhat expensive, so you got to kind of prioritize what you are looking for. One thing I will say is 100 overalls, they're not going down in price anytime soon. Okay, they're not. It's just the way it is. As far as dark matters, they're still incredibly high, right? Because these are the cards that people want. People that play the game, they always want the highest tier. The way I would approach it is, if you guys want a successful team, look Pink Diamond and below. Genuinely. Like Zach LaVine, Cade Cunningham at the point guard position. Two guys I really do like that are not super expensive right now in the game. You could probably find I don't know, but I'm just guessing you can probably find a souped up Cade Cunningham for 35,000 coins. Cade base, 29,000 coins. Sign me up for that. Again, sign me up. These are cards that are incredibly good that are so cheap on this game. And it's one of those things when you get like the Cade Cunninghams, the Alex Sarrs, the Zach LaVines of the world, they're so good that after you get these cards, the difference between these cards and the next best cards in the game, there's a pretty big price difference. And so right now, like I said, with the Alex Sarrs, with the Zach LaVines, the Cade Cunninghams, the Zach Eddies of the world, you can go out there and build a really good squad for relatively inexpensive. And then eventually the way I'd approach it is just slowly build that squad up. Maybe position by a position. Upgrade the Alex R to a Galaxy Opal or Diamond, Jaren Jackson Jr., right? Some more guys that I absolutely love that are so cheap on this game. You can look at Paolo Banchero and Jaren Jackson Jr. And again, I'm not saying, here's what I want you guys to hear. Okay, I'm not saying that these cards are steals or that these cards are for sure going to go up in price. I would not necessarily invest in these cards. But guess what? Paolo was my small forward in the game for the longest time. And if I would try to snipe one for cheaper, but if you can get him for 20,000 coins, sign me up for that. Jaren Jackson Jr., another card I absolutely love. The diamond kind of gets, overshadowed. But if you can get diamond Jaren Jackson Jr. for 15,000 coins, you're not finding better at the power forward position. You're just not. And so these are the things that if I were you guys, I would be looking at in this game right now. It's like, dang, it's a perfect time to be playing my team right now, right? It is. Now, obviously grinding the game, I don't necessarily think there's a lot of grinds worth it, but guess what, right? I'm at tier 1 in Showdown. Each and every week, if I want to choose the MT, which I don't know if I'm going to choose the MT, I'll have to see. I'll probably choose this sellable stuff. But guess what? Every week, I can guarantee myself 35,000 MT. Hey, guess what? You play domination, if you play just domination, you can build a squad of like Zach LaVine, plenty of shooting guards like Doug Christie, like Paolo Banchero at the 3, Bob McAdoo at the 4, Jaren at the 5. Your bench could look like Cade Cunningham, Danny Green, Rudy G, the Pink Diamond at the 4. You could play, a long list of different guys like Alex Sarr, and then Zach Edey at the 5 for what? The price of playing domination. You play domination, you can get all of those things that I just mentioned. Right? I just saw Joel Embiid expire for, 17,000 coins. The list goes on and on of cards that you guys can get for super cheap that can absolutely help your squad out in a massive, massive, massive way. And look at these pink diamonds that are expiring for literally so cheap on this game. I'm going to bid on this Zach LaVine last second and see if I can get him. I obviously didn't. But the list goes on and on. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to figure out the market is what you make of it. You can build a super, super good team for cheap. You just got to right now, and I say this so strongly, you got to pretend like the Dark Matters and the 100 overalls do not exist. Because if that's your main goal, right, buying these cards right now, good luck. They're insanely expensive. Their prices, honestly, to me, make no sense. They make no sense. If you want me to be honest, these prices make no sense. I have no idea how they're so expensive. That's what I would make of the game right now. It's a great time to buy in the auction house. It has been for the last week, and it still is. Like I mentioned, you get a guy like Alex Sarr, Jaren Jackson Jr. I'll mention some more guys. Hakeem for 16,000 coins. Derek Lively for 15,000 coins. I'm going to keep listing cards. Pink Diamond Giannis for whatever his price is. And y'all know I love my Pink Diamond Giannis. Y'all know I love him. You can find a super Pink Diamond Giannis for less than 50,000 coins. And again, the list goes on and on. There are so many different options for you guys at all of these different positions. And so that's the one thing for you guys that I would say, find what works for you. Small forward position. Again, there's so many different options. I still like Pink Diamond Scotty. I don't know what his price is, but I still like him. Kyle Korver is dirt cheap. A lot of people love him. Stephon Castle, super cheap for his price. So why when people ask me, Ty, who are some of the best budget ballers in the game? Depends on what you're wanting. The list goes on and on. There's not just a couple of guys. There are so many good pink diamonds on this game, so many good diamonds that you guys can get without having to go broke, without having to spend the majority of your MT. And until the Dark Matters go down, until the 100 overalls eventually go down in price, use these cheap cards and have fun with them. These cards are good. These cards are cards that can go out there and compete with the top dogs in the game. Right now, we try to snipe cards for less than they're going for. Use them, have fun with them. So for example, if Jaren's going for 15,000 and you just want the base Jaren, try to snipe him for cheaper. If Paolo's going for 15,000, try to snipe him for 10,000 and use him for as long as you want to use him. Same thing with Ron Artest. Ron Artest, one of the best shooting guards in the game for his price. Find what he's going for, try to get him for cheaper than that, and go crazy with them. Genuinely. That's the advice that I would give to you guys. But overall, it is still a good time to buy it with where the auction house is at right now. And I know I've said that for the last week or so, but until further notice, it's the way it's going to be. It's the way it's going to be. Like Ron Artest for less than 10,000 coins, sign me up for that. Paul George for whatever buyout they want to give him, sign me up for that. Again, the list goes on, and you guys can do what you want with your MT. If you want to find a soup card compared to a base card, that is totally up to whatever you're trying to get out of the game. Like I said, there are so many different cards, so many different options that are pink diamond or below that can take your squad from good to great and just allow you to have so much fun with the game. Okay? It's what I've done on my No Money Spent, and it's the biggest piece of advice that I would give to you guys. ultimately have fun with the game and take advantage of the market. Is it going to maybe go down next Tuesday again? Maybe you can take advantage of that once again, but I still think today is a solid day to look at picking up some guys for your squad. That's going to wrap it up for our video. Drop a like on it, subscribe if you are new, and as always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.